All right, it's Easter Monday morning here in Australia. It's Easter Sunday night in other parts of the world, and I have a very important message to deliver. As you know, the Easter Sunday Sri Lankan terrorist attacks, hundreds dead, hundreds further injured. Am I surprised about this? Of course I'm not. Now, I have some very confronting things to say, and if you don't like it, well, you can always unsubscribe. But there's some important things I have to say, and if you're offended, I don't care, to be honest, because I've had enough. The desecration of Christian churches in Europe, the removal of crosses to appease Islamicists, and now we've had the Notre Dame church attack. Notre Dame is really the symbol of Christianity, and not just the symbol of Christianity, but also the symbol of Western civilization. And now we've had 7 or 8 blasts and hundreds dead and hundreds injured in the Sri Lankan church attacks. This is a war, ladies and gentlemen. This is a holy war, and if you haven't realised it by this stage, well then, I'm sorry to say I've got much hope for you. Has pandering to the Muslims worked? Has appeasing the Muslims worked? No, it has not. And if you had any idea about the Quran, appeasing them is never going to work because they want a caliphate and they want to wipe all of Western civilization out and replace it with Sharia law. It includes Jews and every other denomination. And if you haven't woken up that it's a war by now, you're either brain dead or co opted. And I'm afraid to say I have to tell you some real truths. Western civilization is in serious trouble. We're already losing the war, not just by the amount of terrorist attacks, not just the fact that they've co opted the UK and a lot of Western Europe, and in some instances, Australia and New Zealand will soon be co opted if they don't start either banning or severely restricting Muslim immigration. Now, I'm sorry to some of the good Muslims out there that want to escape the tyranny of these countries and come to Western civilization countries and actually integrate. But we're at a situation now that we may have to ban Muslim immigration now because there are, let's just say for interest, 20% of them are radical. That's millions upon millions. And if we continue on the path we're going on, Western civilization will be destroyed and we will all die. And that is just a fact. Now, I could sit here like everybody else does and talk bullshit and say, well, not bullshit because it's fact, because I am sorry for the people of the Sri Lanka and the families that are involved. Of course I am. But sympathies and changing your Facebook meme to the Sri Lankan flag and doing all that sort of crap isn't going to change anything. We have to stand up, we have to fight, and we have to save Western civilization, and we have to start doing it now, or else it's going to be too late. It may be even too late, but we have to fight. We have to fight. And there's something else I have to say which might be a little bit controversial, but they're not just beating us with the jihad and the caliphate they've put on us, they're also outbreeding us. You know, they have 5, 6 children to our 1.5, 2 children. So all you lovely couples out there and some others in their more untraditional type casual relationships, I'll tell you what we need you to do. We need you to breed, and we need you to breed fast, because we're already way behind, and we need to save our culture. So, one for mum, one for dad, and one for the country. Let's go forth and multiply, is what I say. And do it now. Eastern Europe has realised this is a war. Russia's realised this is a war. The Italians have realised this is a war, and they're trying to stop it. The rest of us have to realise what's going on before we're dead. Do you understand? Before we're dead. I've got something else I need to say. All you Islam apologists out there that go, oh, it's just a small band and, we can't blame the rest of the bunch. And there's nothing wrong with the religion of Islam. If you read the Quran, they want us all dead. Kill the infidel. Jihad, caliphate. They want us all wiped out. This is a war, and if you haven't woken up by now, well, I'm afraid you're going to perish. And if you think pandering to these people is going to save you, I got news for you. They'll kill you first. It's time to wake up. Do you understand? This is a war. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think God is trying to tell us a message with the Notre Dame attack, with the Sri Lankan church attacks, that Western civilization and Christianity and Judeo-Christian values is dying, and if we don't do something drastic to save it, it is going to die. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no way around it. Enough of this talk about isolated terrorist attacks and lone wolves and all this other bullshit and mentally ill. We're in a war, ladies and gentlemen, a spiritual war. And if we don't realise it, we're dead. And we're dead already. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to take up faith. It is time to brace ourselves. And it's time to take the fight up. Because we're in the battle of our lives. And at the moment, we're losing. That is all.